So I'm going through a divorce, and the other day I had to humble myself and tell my ex that I am no longer able to afford my lawyer, and I need to just surrender to whatever happens. And these last couple weeks he's been a little bit nicer, so I figured by me being vulnerable he would maybe have a heart. And then today he tells me that my car, it's in his name, the only car that I have to transport my kids to school, our kids, the car that I need to get to work, that I pay for every month, that if I can't refinance and put it in my name, that he's gonna sell it because it's in his name. My credit score is bad, and he knows this. And so when I asked him, how do you expect me to do that with my credit score, he says, I don't have an answer for you. So you're willing to take the only vehicle for your kids away. I have been trying to do this healing journey, and I've been doing so good. Even now, I'm sad, but I still feel a sense of peace because I am surrendering at the end of the day. Whatever happens, happens. But it hurts my heart how someone can just be so ruthless. I was with this man for 22 years. We have 4 kids. It's just crazy how... And that should tell you exactly why I'm divorcing him, because of the man that he is.
So there's a couple of things I want to say about this video. I do understand how that could suck for her, knowing that he's going to take the car or sell the car, considering that she has to take the kids to school and just to get around in general. But there's nothing she can do about it if he decides to sell the car. But I do want to share my thoughts about this. I understand what the husband is doing, and I see his point of it, but I also see the other side of it as well. So if he takes the car from her, those kids will no longer have transportation back and forth to school or to games or just to the store. She won't have transportation to get them where they gotta go, which means it's probably gonna fall on him to do a lot of that stuff. And if he's not in a situation to do it, it's gonna make the situation tough for everybody. This is why when you have kids involved, you have to think this stuff out before you do it, because this now can be a tight situation for everybody if he takes that car back. Now, I know some people are listening to this thinking that he's just being spiteful, and that could be it. But honestly, I don't know if it's about being spiteful. She just said her credit is horrible, and that car is in his name, which means he probably have decent credit. And I'm not saying just because you have bad credit doesn't mean you're not trustworthy, but there's a chance that she may stop making these payments, and who is going to be responsible for that car? Him. He's going to be responsible for it. And if he can't sell that car, he's going to have to keep making those payments, and if he doesn't, his credit will be looking just like hers. So I do understand it from that point of view. It isn't always just about him being spiteful, it's about him being logical. It sounds to me she has a bad track record of paying things, and he's been with her for 22 years. He knows how she is. He's just probably trying to get in front of the situation. That's what it sounds like to me. There are a bunch of bad credit, low credit places out there who will refinance that car for her. She might have to pay 99% interest on it and pay on it for the next 43 years, but that is an option. So we can't say she doesn't have other options. But I think in the big picture, if she loses that car, it's going to be bad for everybody. So basically, I see both sides on it. I understand where she's coming from. I definitely understand where he's coming from. So the situation just sucks as a whole. I really hope they figure it out. I did catch at the end, she says she's divorcing him. I don't know why, but a lot of times in a lot of these situations when these women decide they want to get divorced, they don't think the whole thing out, because there are some things that may not benefit you in this divorce, and you're going to have to deal with it considering you are the one who filed. Like you said, you don't have money to pay your lawyer. You didn't think about that before you filed? You also called him ruthless, but I was thinking if this situation was reversed and he had the bad credit and you had the car and he couldn't pay for his lawyer, I'm wondering how you would treat him. I also want to say you made the statement that this should tell you why I'm divorcing him. And I disagree with that, because in a lot of situations, the man is just fine until you put him through this. See, when a lot of you women get divorced, you're not thinking about what that man is dealing with. You're only thinking about yourself. So to me, this doesn't make him a bad man. It could just be maybe the whole 22 years he was thinking about you, and now for the first time he is actually thinking about himself, and you don't like it. But hey, you divorced him, so I really don't know what to tell you.
You break up with a nigga and all of a sudden he got a sleeve, a car, and ain't broke no more. Like, nigga, was I holding you back or?
Yes.
Next video.
100%. Yep, that was you.
This is so true. There are so many men out there in a horrible relationship with a horrible chick, and he doesn't understand why there's a dark cloud following him around. His hair is turning gray, his bank account is low, his skin is bad, he's breaking out everywhere. He didn't know what was going on. He thought it was life beating him down. Sir, that wasn't life. That was Lisa beating you down. That's who that was. Because as soon as you broke up with her, all of a sudden that gray cloud went away, your skin cleared up, your bank account filled up, your blood pressure went down. I know it hurt when you first broke up, but that was just life fixing the mistake that you made, my boy.
Somebody answer this question for me. Please help me out with this question. Why is it a man will have a good woman, a woman that works, a woman that cleans, a woman that have a good attitude, a woman that, goes to church, keeps the house in order, cooks, but yet and still want to go out and get a loose woman?
Same reason you got food at home, but still go out to eat.
And that right there is how you get food poisoning.
Someone please call 911.
You got something good at home, but you want to go out chasing something else. The real reason a man would leave a woman like that is because he's stupid. Let's just call it what it is. He's stupid. He has no self-control, he's selfish, and he just doesn't understand the value of a good woman. It really is just that simple. If you're a man and you've been out here dating for a while, you know how hard it is to find a good woman with the qualities that you are looking for. If this woman is everything she just described and you get up and leave her for somebody else, you're a damn fool. That's what you are. Plain and simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat this and try to give you some psychological reason why he would do it. He's just a dummy. And this is the same thing I would tell a woman if she left a good man. You're dumb. Y'all think it's easy in these streets? You think you're gonna go out there and find something better? Trust me, sir, the girl you may be trying to leave her for got some of that wop, but that's probably all she's gonna have. And you dumb enough to fall for that? Now you're gonna go over there and deal with her crap? When you had a good woman at home? You're stupid. You're not thinking straight. She probably got you whipped on that wop, and you're making bad decisions, and you're going to look back on that and regret it. That's just my viewpoint, and I think any man in this situation, and he has a woman at home with great qualities, all of the qualities that he's looking for in a wife, the type of woman that you want to do right by, and you go and leave her, you are stupid, and you get whatever you deserve.
If coffee dates are low effort, what makes women deserving of high effort?
Do y'all actually like women? Because y'all don't do this about nothing else. Nothing else that you desire requires justification. You can plan a nice date for less than a pair of sneakers. Pair of J's right now, Jordans, $160. You can have a decent date for $140, $150. If you don't like the sneakers, I don't see you niggas making posts or writing Nike telling them to justify the price. No, you just move the around. So move the around. Either date women you actually like and willing to put the effort in, or shut the up.
And y'all wonder why the dating world is so messed up. Because you got these pandering fools out here who are just looking for girls to go in his DM to hit him up. That's what this dude is looking for. He did say something at the end that made sense. He said, date women that you like. I do agree with that. There's only one problem with that though. We don't know if we like them yet. You don't know if you like them until you start dating them. And on top of that, we don't know if they like us. They could just be wasting our time too. A lot of these women are going out to eat with these men for a lot of reasons, and a lot of times those reasons have nothing to do with the man sitting across from them. Some of them are bored. They need another person in their rotation. Some of them just want a free meal. Some of them just like that restaurant. There's a lot of reasons why they'll go out and waste your time and your money, sir. And he knows that, but he's not saying it because that doesn't help him get the draws. He said you can plan a decent date for $150. And then he compared it to buying Jordans or something like that. The reason why that is so stupid is because when dudes are buying Jordans, they know what kind of Jordans they're buying. There's no confusion. They're not paying $150 for a mystery box of sneakers. If men are spending $150 on something, trust me, they know what they're getting. With these women, you don't know what you're getting. It is a mystery box. It is a grab bag. And I'm only talking about the dudes who met a chick, don't really know too much about her, and she doesn't want to talk on the phone, and they only send a couple text messages. He knows nothing about her. So for that man to say, since you don't want to talk on the phone, let's go have coffee to see if we are even into each other. What is wrong with that? How does that translate to he doesn't like women? This is just a pandering fool looking for some play. Trust me, there's a bunch of them on here like that. Yada, a bunch of these clowns. They just come on here and they say crazy stuff, and then these women will share this video 192,000 times and it would justify everything they've been saying, and it's stupid. And these are the dudes that are making it so much harder on us. Fellas, there's nothing we can do about it. You can't stop pandering. You can't slow it down. We just gotta fight through it and stick to our guns. This dude right here is probably trying to holler at every girl in his DMs. Soon as he see that message and it says, I really like your video, we really need more real men like you out there, he start rubbing his hands together like Birdman, because he already know what's about to happen.
Gotcha.
It's gonna work. Women are really stupid when it comes to these pandering fools. So he's probably gonna get some play off this, but it's okay, fellas. We gonna stick to our guns. The first dude is absolutely correct. If I don't know anything about you, what would make you think I need to put in high effort to get you? High effort to me is say for the woman that I actually want. The woman who I want to spend time with. A woman who I know wants to spend time with me as well. And that can be established through some phone calls, some video calls, a coffee date, however we communicate. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna go out and put high effort into a complete stranger. And I know there are a bunch of women out there who would disagree with that, but who cares? A lot of us men aren't checking for you anyway. We'll just deal with the women who do get what we're saying. Because the one thing he said that I do agree with is that we need to move around, and that is exactly what the hell we're gonna do. But leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.